It is. Apparently, I'm live. Okay, there we go. So it's Wednesday morning, German time. It's about 20 after 10 in the morning. Yula Milishka and I are driving down one of the autobahns, one of the many autobahns here in Germany, going very fast. And here's Yula, just to prove I'm not driving. Okay, there's Yula driving. Anyway, everything's going well. We've had a very busy tour. This is mostly geared towards my people from the Don Ross Guitar Academy. And I apologize for not being able to do our live stream the last couple of Saturdays, but you all knew that I was going on the road. And Yula booked this tour, and she's done an amazing job, kind of an amazing job for somebody who's never really been a booking agent. She had her own booking agent until not that long ago, and then she's had to take over her own bookings, which I've had to do many times in my career. It's not fun, but she did an amazing job. And so we're doing like 15 shows in like 2.5 weeks, which is crazy. We finally just had a day and a half off. We went to Yula's headquarters in Dresden just to be able to catch up on office work and actually have a home-cooked meal. So I just wanted to say hello quickly and let you know that this is what it's like when you're a touring musician. You spend a lot of time in one of these, either in a car or on a train or in a plane, or occasionally, if you're really lucky, on a tour bus, which I've never done. Must be nice to be on a tour bus, eh, Yula?
Yeah, it's not that nice, but it's better together.
Yeah, it's not that nice being in a small car, but yeah.
So yeah, tour bus.
Tour bus would be cool.
We save money for tour bus.
That's right. Here in Europe, tour buses are really expensive. That's what I've heard anyway. I did some work with Bruce Coburn recently, and of course he always tours in a tour bus in North America, and it seems very smart because when you tour in a tour bus, of course, you don't have to book hotels. And I guess, having never been on one, I presume that people make their own meals and stuff like that. So you pack it full of food, and you pack it full of drinks that you need, and then you sleep on the thing. And your driver works it out so that you drive at night usually, so you avoid traffic, and you sleep while you're being rocked to sleep by the tour bus. And then you just arrive the next day and you're there, and you're awake and, we're in the next town. Doing it this way is more exhausting. But when you're doing your own driving and your own schlepping. So you can see Yula has this rather large vehicle. It's a Volkswagen Caddy. It's full of guitars and gear and clothing and CDs and LPs and t-shirts and all kinds of stuff. And so Yula booked this tour like most of it, about a year ago, because you have to book way in advance very often here in Europe. In North America, sometimes you can get away with booking things, 3 or 4 months out. But here, it's pretty normal for it to be like 12 months out. And it's also really interesting to see how different promotion is between North America and Europe. This is another thing I've noticed over the course of the years. When I first started touring, there was no public internet. Almost nobody had a cell phone. And that's all changed, of course. And in North America, we've really adopted that stuff like crazy. So most booking gets done by email now. Most sort of details are worked out either by email or by texting. There's very few phone calls, right? And then there's also very few posters anymore. Like I did a live show recently in Charlottetown, and I was asking around, should I be putting up, because I see posters sometimes for like live theater events in Charlottetown. And I was asking some friends, like, are there services that put up posters in Charlottetown? And a lot of people are saying, why are you bothering with posters? Just do the online stuff. And yeah, they're right. It doesn't really apply anymore in North America, very much anyway. You still see the odd poster, but posters are still huge here in Germany. So Yula went to a lot of trouble and had, when I was here last in the fall, we had our photo taken by her friend Max, and he did these great photographs. And Eula had posters printed in 2 sizes. And here in Northern Europe, there's the large poster is a big thing. So not so much in Southern Europe. So they get these really big posters made, and the venues have lots of room for posters outside. So that's a big part of the promotion here. Plus, the other thing that's interesting, one of the reasons why they need to book so far in advance is because they still do a lot of print advertising here, which you don't see very much in North America anymore. So, for example, we played a venue the other night in Hersbruck, and it was at this old movie theater. And it's a series that's just wrapping up. We're part of the last series that they're having at the theater. And it was really interesting. There's a booklet, that had the entire program for the whole series printed up. So they have to have that all set. That's one of the reasons why they book so far in advance, is because everybody prints these programs and that to tell you what's going up. So print advertising is still a huge thing here. Printed posters are still a huge thing. Talking on the phone to work stuff out is a big thing. So all these things that in North America we've kind of done away with because of the internet are still a big thing here. So it's really interesting. I don't know. I think a lot of it is just it's just the way things get done, right? And wouldn't you say, Eula, like when you book something, they're always asking for everything so far in advance?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
1 year, sometimes 2 years before.
Yeah.
And you can't go back to a venue when you played there. You need to make a break of 1 or 2 years to go back to the same venue.
Right.
Yeah. Comedy is stealing a little bit of music.
Oh, I see. Well, at least it's not DJs like it is in North America. Or maybe it's DJs here too. The other thing too is that the one advantage here that I see, a big advantage that European musicians have, especially German musicians, is that Germany, compared to, say, what I'm used to in Canada or in a lot of people are used to in the States or whatever, Germany is a very small country geographically. It feels big when you're doing all these long drives on the Autobahn to get from town to town, but it's really quite small. But there's 90 million people living here, which is twice the population of Canada. So it's twice the population in a country, about 1/15 the size or whatever. So the towns are close together. There aren't that many big cities in Germany. There's just like Berlin, and there's Hamburg, and there's Munich. And then after that, they get a lot smaller. But the towns are really close together. And you can structure a tour, if you're careful, you can structure a tour so that you only have to drive 1 or 2 hours between shows. Unlike in North America, where very, very often you have to spend the better part of a day in a vehicle between shows because the town, especially in Canada, where the towns are so far apart. Anyway, so anyway, I feel badly that I haven't been able to do my scheduled live streams. This is a public live stream, so hi everybody. This isn't just for my Guitar Academy. But I do have this online Guitar Academy if you're interested. It's called DonRossGuitarAcademy.com. And there are 80 lessons up so far for beginners and intermediates. And I take you right from the beginning, which end of the guitar to blow into, all the way to learning some intermediate level fingerstyle guitar tunes. And you learn all about music theory and harmony and tuning and altered tunings and all kinds of interesting things along the way. And there's more content coming. So, and there's all kinds. There's also a Facebook group that you can join if you sign up. And there's a whole lot of archived interviews. I do this weekly stream when I'm not crazy touring. Plus, I interview people like Eula, and I've got interviews there with Sean Hall, Andy McKee, Callum Graham, Janet Noguera, Caroline Langendijk, Stinka Meinen, a whole pile of people, as well as guitar builders like Michael Greenfield and Mark Beneteau and Linda Manzer. So, and more of that is to come. So keep looking for that. And I just wanted to check in from the Autobahn somewhere in eastern Germany. We're somewhere between Chemnitz and Hof. We're almost in Bavaria. Oh my God, how exciting. We're just about to leave Saxony.
And Don is a marvelous driver, a marvelous guitar player, a marvelous tour partner, and a marvelous teacher.
Oh, you're so sweet. She's imitating my father. my father, my dear father, who's now unfortunately suffering from quite a bit of dementia, but when he could still sort of formulate a sentence more more readily, I would take him out for his drives in my car. He'd always say, "You're a marvelous driver." So, thank you. I enjoy being marvelous. All right, so have a good one, and we'll talk soon, okay? And I'll let you guys in the Guitar Academy know when the next scheduled live stream will be. It'll be sometime soon, but it's a busy time. Okay, ciao for now.